Welcome back to the Unlock Potential podcast. On this week's episode, we have Hannah Richards from the GRL Network, and we spoke about how she's built her network and marketing business and how she has the financial freedom she's always wanted. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for coming on, Hannah.
Thanks, babe. I'm excited.
So the reason why I wanted you to come on is because of what you do and the perception that everyone has of what it actually is.
Yeah.
And for you to actually explain exactly what you do and the benefits and how good it is.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly that you do?
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm Hannah and I am a network marketer. So basically I've been in the business now for nearly 9 years. And to describe it on a very basic level for everybody that doesn't kind of understand, I'm partnered with a company that basically allows me to sell products out of their warehouses, which are situated all over the world, for a commission. So every time I sell the product, I get paid a commission for selling it. And what I've also been able to do is build up a team of women and some men, not many, mainly women, underneath me who also do the same thing. They sell the products, they get their commission, and I also get a commission from their sales as well. So that's network marketing. It's also known as direct selling, or maybe you've heard it being called social selling. And it's all run online. It's been around for a long time. The last few years, it's really skyrocketed and become more popular. I think mainly because everything has gone online, and because of COVID, lockdowns, people were looking for different incomes, different ways of earning. And so many people, their eyes were opened up to this world of earning money from
your bedroom,
your sofa and your dressing gown type of thing. And people love that. And it became really popular, and a lot of people now know about it, maybe for good reasons and bad reasons, which I know we're going to talk a little bit about. But my business is called the GRL Network. I've been able to grow a team of over 14,000 girls and some men. And we're all over the world. I've got team members everywhere, and it's been incredible. It's completely changed my life. And I know that it has helped and changed so many of my girls' lives as well, from them wanting something very small, like an extra couple of quid a week, maybe an extra 50 quid a week or whatever, just to help pay the bills, up to people like myself and a couple of my leaders in my team who earn thousands every month and have been able to completely change their lives. So
yeah, and it's completely free, isn't it, to sign up?
Yeah, so to join the company I'm with, which is called FM, it is completely free. Other companies out there are not free. You have to pay to join, but it's like anything. Like if you're going to have to pay to join to do something, you're going to get something for it. They often offer you like your back office, your online system, or maybe you get a start kit or something like that. But yeah, my company is completely free to join. I mean, going back to like 9 years ago when I first joined the industry, I was working in, whenever I describe this, I was working in an office that I absolutely hated. I used to work in M&S before that. I was on like the food counter and I loved it. It was like sociable, it was fun, it was, I was busy all day. But I decided to leave that job to go and work in an admin job. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. I thought it was going to be like a cushy number, sat there on my computer, like drinking cups of tea, eating Mars bars. And it was kind of like that. But it was so boring, and it just wasn't for me. I kind of described it as like the grey area of my life kind of thing, because I remember going into this office every day and it was like grey. Everything was grey. It was the grey floors, the grey walls, the grey paper, and it was just grim, and I hated it. I'm not to say that it was a good job, and it suits so many people, but for me, I just wanted something a bit more. And I remember going home that night from work, or one night from work, and I was flicking through Instagram, and a post came up from a girl in America. I have absolutely no idea how this post came up, but it did. The power of social media. Yeah. And she was saying, join my team, we're launching in the UK, you get to sell makeup, and it's like $68 to join or something like that. So I was like, what's this? I like makeup. So I was looking into it, and my family, I've got a little bit of a background, my family have got businesses, and I've always had businesses around me. So I was like, I'll give this a little, have a look at it. And she was basically selling this business opportunity and a starter kit for $68 or whatever it is. You got 300 quid's worth of makeup. and you're able to just join and then sell the makeup from there and earn commission and whatever. So I was like, okay, sounds great. Give it a go. If I get £300 worth of makeup, because obviously I say pounds, sorry, I was obviously in Wales at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. And that's how I started. I literally joined, started selling mascara. Because at the time it was like, yeah, makeup, great. I get to go put little selfies up.
Yeah, if you don't sell it, you'll get to keep it. And anyways.
Yeah, and I just thought, I got 300 quid worth of makeup here for 60 quid, like whatever, that sound. So I did that and I started selling it, started talking about it online, putting on my makeup like I did every single day, going to work, telling the girls in work about it. And before I knew it, after it must have been about 2 or 3 months, I was actually earning a couple of quid. Like I was earning 50 quid a week. And
yeah, on top of your wages then.
Yeah, I was working full time. So this was great. That paid for my little night out on the weekend with the girls and paid for a dress, paid for a pair of shoes, whatever. And when I got into it and I realised then the potential of it, that's where I started to dig a bit more deeper into it and learn about it. So you know how you were saying about how, some of these things you have to pay to get into?
Yeah.
That one I did pay to get into. That was my first ever experience of it. Got something back for it though. It's not like I was paying.
Yeah, because I'd say a lot of people could join, and if they're sending everyone out a load of makeup and then, no one's paying for it and then they don't do anything with it, then they're just like throwing their money in the bin.
Yeah.
So you're obviously getting something for whatever you paid for. So it's not like you're just giving them money and then you don't give you anything back.
Yeah, no, you get something back for it. And you ultimately get the setup to run your own business. So, like I said, when I started digging deeper into it then learning about it.
When you say the setup, like what way did he tell you exactly how to set up your business and everything? So they give you all that information as well, do they?
Yeah, so when you sign up, you literally get everything to run a business. The only thing you don't have is kind of creative responsibilities. Like you can't pick and make your own product. The products are there for you already. Like we've got over 1,000 products.
To be honest, that's the hard end of it. Like it's there for you, go ahead and sell it. Like
it's there, it's done, it's already been checked, all the legal background, everything's been done. It's all there. And like I said, we've got over 1,000 products in my company, so it's good for everybody. Like there's something for everybody, but everything's there for you. So you've got an online office, you get everything to be able to track your business. I have my own team, which obviously was the GRL Network, and I've set that up. I have so much training and information there ready for anybody that wanted to come in. And this is something that I really love about this business. Anybody can get involved. I love and hate, which I'll explain in a sec, but I love it because anybody can get involved. You can have absolutely no sales background. You don't need a specific educational kind of, no specific knowledge to do this. You don't even need to have that many social media followers if you don't want to. I have everything set up for you to be able to start completely from scratch. But what is also a negative side of that is people come in and it's not right for them. They're not coachable. They're not wanting to learn. They don't understand that, I'm giving you everything, but you still
work for it.
Yeah, you still have to work. It's still a traditional business.
If you don't promote it or you don't post it, like no one's just going to knock on your door and be like, what have you got?
Yeah, you've got to go and find people. You've got to go and get what you want.
Salesperson, really, like.
Yeah, and also you have to explain to people how the opportunity works correctly. You have to tell people that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You do have to take your time with it. You do have to work like you would a traditional business. And then it's completely up to you where you go with it from there. And this is where you get some people coming in and wanting to just do a little, or people like myself who have built it up to become their full-time income and has been for the last, 8 years. So once I joined, it was a year after joining that first day, after being in the grey office. It was a year after that I quit my job, and I've worked full-time networking since then.
And then did you feel like, say after the year's time, that you were like, obviously if you left your job, you were financially independent and you were able to depend on just that for your income? Yeah.
So I took over my income in the first year. So I was able to comfortably leave my job and it would cover the bills and cover everything that I needed to cover. And then I built it up from there. And it's been the last 3 years where it really skyrocketed, and I've been able to, I'm in the position that I'm in now, complete time freedom, which is amazing.
Yeah, you were saying that to me the other day. You're like, I'm literally only doing a couple of hours a day now. And I'm like, oh my God, that's unreal. Like,
yeah, and it is. It's the dream, isn't it? I think people always think financial freedom is the goal. Financial freedom's great, but time freedom is what is worth its weight in gold. Like it's priceless, really. you literally can't you can't explain it when you don't have to set your alarm in the morning. Unless you're going for a lash appointment or on holiday. You don't have to set your alarm in the morning. You don't have a boss. I don't have to think ahead. Do I need to book time off? Do I need to? Of course, I have to plan my work in. Like people will mislead you into thinking that you don't have to work at all. It's fine. You don't have to do anything. No, you have to.
That was
work.
after 8 years of putting in a lot of work for you to get to the stage you are now.
Yeah, well, it's first year, say 8 minus 3, 5, 6 years it took me to get to that position. And then the last 3 years I've been able to relax. Yeah,
where I'd say everyone who like does join or tries to do something that like say something like what you do, they think, oh, I'm going to be making a bomb in the first week or two. Like it's like anything, you have to put in the work.
Yeah, and I will hold up, and I'll hold up my hands from the networker's point of view, from our kind of side. Some people promote the business incorrectly. And this is where the misconceptions and the negative views of the industry come from. People advertise it. So people get a little bit desperate to bring people in because they want it to work. I understand they want people in their team. They want it to work. They want to grow their business. They want to do well. And then they advertise incorrectly and they let people think that actually it's easier than it is. It's not. It's still a business. You have to treat it like a business if you want to get to where you want to be. Some people don't want to go that far with it. The extra 50 quid a week is amazing and it's easy to do that. Even up to about £1,000 a month. If you wanted £1,000 a month from it, you can do that and it's not completely out of reach. It's easy enough to do if you're willing to put that little bit of work in. But if you want to take over your income, you want to quit your job, you want to say bye to your boss and all those cliche things, then you have to really put the work in and the hours.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have to take responsibility as network marketers for that and advertise correctly and move forward with a more honest, what's the word? Approach, yeah. A more honest approach.
Yeah, because I've seen a good few videos. I have a girl that I follow and she has like a villa there and a villa there and she's on holidays every week and it does seem like as in like it's real like get money quick kind of thing. Where you think, and that's I say everyone who joins and doesn't then thinks, oh, it's all a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And for people like myself who have built it up over the years and are leaders and have big teams and are doing really well and can go here, there and everyone and show it off in that way, we have to be extremely careful because not everybody will get to that point and not everybody wants to. And we have to be careful that we're not bringing people in who have never done anything like it before saying, yeah, you're going to get the cars and the holidays and the trips. Because they may not. But, we have to be very careful with it. And you mentioned pyramid scheme there. We have to talk about this. Because the word pyramid scheme in this industry can offend people and upset people because it's used to describe us as like we're scammers. And I think it's really important.
That's what everyone thinks of it.
They absolutely do.
That's what I thought of it before I met you. That's exactly what I thought of it.
Yeah, and there's a couple of reasons why I think that happens. And I think the first one is that people don't really understand what a pyramid scheme is. Now, a pyramid scheme is illegal and it usually involves the passing of money between people without a product or a service. So somebody at the top will say, right, I'm going to go get 2 people involved now and they're going to give me £500 each. And I'm going to tell them to go and find 10 people to give them £500 each.
There was something like that actually going around on Facebook a while ago and the amount of people that were sharing and all. And it was actually in a shape of a pyramid scheme. And it was like, I think a few people that I knew had done it and all. Some of them made a bit of money off it.
Yeah.
And it was something like, it was a couple of years ago now, I can't remember exactly, but it was like passing money to person, from person to person.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, this is mad.
That's like a blatant pyramid scheme, and it's illegal. It's completely illegal. And the reason it's illegal is because ultimately people at the bottom will lose out. They'll lose money and it has to stop somewhere and there's no product involved. It is what it is. So some people don't understand what a pyramid scheme is. The second thing is when you look at it on paper, black and white, what I do is the shape of a pyramid, I guess. You've got somebody at the top, people underneath, and people underneath, and people underneath. But the reality is it's not like that. I could be at the top of my team and my structure, but absolutely anybody in my team can overtake me. I have been in a position in the past where I'm at a certain level in my business and 2 or 3 of my team members are there with me at the same level. So if you would put that on paper, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not that shape. Yeah. And I say this all the time. If you're looking at it in black and white and just looking at the shape and the structure of it, you could say that about any business. Absolutely any business in the world. Yeah. You look at a supermarket, whatever brand you want to look at, whatever store you want to look at. You've got the CEO and the owner at the top. Underneath them, then there's a couple of, I don't know, shareholders. Underneath there, you've got, I don't know, regional managers, store managers, area managers, people working on the tills, and it comes down in that exact same shape.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one or two at the top, and then there's loads at the bottom, and the people at the bottom are earning a lot less than the ones at the top. But what I always say is, if you look at it that way, yes, the people at the bottom there are earning less money, but how many opportunities do they get to become the CEO of Tesco?
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen.
Or if they put in the work, like any job you put in the work, you're going to go higher and higher and higher.
You're going to go higher and higher, but how many times a year does an opportunity come up for you to push much higher than a manager or to push much higher than a CEO? You're never going to get to be a CEO. It's very rare that's going to happen. But in network marketing, it doesn't matter where you are or who you are or how you join or everybody's got the opportunity to go to the top depending on whether you want to put that work in or not. It's not a case of here's an opening and you can run for it. It's always open. You can go for it at any time you like. And you're not capped at that income. You're not capped at your till job income, as an example. And you can look at any structure, banks, schools, anything, hospitals. They've all got that same triangular shape, if you want to look at it that way. And I think the other reason why people mistake it as a pyramid scheme is because, like I said earlier, people advertise it incorrectly, and then they get people joining who it's not suitable for.
Have so much hope of a week's work and making so much money, like, and they don't.
And they don't communicate to them how much work needs to be put in. And they come in and they think they're going to get rich quick. It doesn't work. They're not coachable. Maybe the whole thing is just not for them. And unfortunately, a lot of people will walk away from that then, walk away from the business with a very negative perspective. And they'll often say things like, well, it wasn't me, it was the company, it wasn't my fault, it was, I didn't like the product, I didn't like the person who brought me in, my mentor. And then they know our pressure point and our pain point is to say it was a pyramid scheme. Because it's a get out of jail free card to say it's a pyramid scheme.
And so with the products and stuff like that, so what type of products do you do?
So we've got loads.
This is one of them here.
That's one of them. That's Demi's pre-holiday prep.
I know.
Yeah, we've got thousands of products. Our best sellers are the perfumes. They sell the best. Our best sellers are definitely the perfumes. They smell similar to some designer fragrances sometimes. I can't say too much, but yeah, they smell like
I've smelled a few of them. Yeah,
favourite fragrances, which are great. And then we've also got makeup, skincare. We've got all sorts of cosmetics, hair care. We've got supplements as well. And we also do lots of room scents like candles, room sprays, pillows, mists, scented like diffuser sticks. We've got a bit of everything. So there's something for everybody.
Yeah, I can't wait to try this now. I've literally had no time to go to the gym, and because I'm so busy, I'm just eating anything what's in front of me.
Yeah.
And I seen your video that you posted up the other day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hopefully it gets rid of some of the bloating.
Yeah, definitely.
This is on natural stuff as well, isn't it?
So that one is my favourite product out of everything. And it's one that I've used literally for on and off for 3 years since I've been with the company.
Yeah.
And it's just a diuretic. It basically helps you strip water away. So it's really, really good for like a quick inch loss. I'm not saying that it's going to help you burn fats or anything like that. Always recommend.
Eating chocolate all day, every day and drinking that. It's not going to...
We don't drink that and eat a Big Mac and think that that's going to be,
Yeah.
I always recommend a healthy diet, drinking lots of water and getting up and moving as much as you can. But this does help to strip some inches quickly, especially if you're going away, if you hold water retention, especially for women. When we get that little like time of the month bloat situation, or just generally any bloating, IBS, anything like that, amazing for any of the symptoms that come with it. And that's why it's one of my favourite products, because I just feel like the girlies will always experience these things.
And just going back in actually where, I forgot to actually mention, going back in with the thoughts of like of being a pyramid scheme and stuff like that. I seen, someone said it to me, and then I seen, is it Vicky Parson? Is that the way you say her name? From Geordie Shore, do you know?
Oh, yeah.
She's doing something like this now as well, isn't she? And she's getting a lot of hate for it.
Is she? I don't know what she's doing. I'm not sure what.
I think it's something like, as in she's selling like creams or perfumes and stuff like that. But then when I looked at it, I was like, she has such a big following. She's probably doing really well so quickly. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's called network marketing for a reason. And, your network equals your net worth in this business.
Yeah.
The bigger your network, the better you're going to do. Because if people are already following you and they know, it's like the know, like, trust thing, isn't it? If they know you, like you, and trust you, and then you start talking about a product that you love, they're going to trust you and be like, yeah, I'm going to get that because what she's saying, I like her.
I
I know.
wonder if she's actually still doing it now.
I'd have to look. I don't know.
Because that's what I was like. I'd say she's smart doing something like this.
Yeah,
with the following that she has, like,
yeah, and
she's probably already doing so well.
Yeah,
in it,
she's got the network for it, and I think as long as you are being very true to yourself and you are not trying to flog something that you don't genuinely like, this is another thing.
Yeah,
it's very, very important when you're looking at a network marketing business to join, because there are a lot of them out there. It's not just mine. There's lots of them out there that you actually like the products and you like the way the business works, you like their ethics and you like their morals and you like everything about it. It's not just about coming in and thinking, I'm going to make money, I'm going to recruit, I'm going to make money quickly. You cannot come into the business like that. You have to come in thinking, right, I like those products. I mean, before I joined this company, I tried the products first. I loved them. I loved the perfumes and I liked the Drina. So I was like, that's easy for me because I know already that I like it. So I'm going to be going onto my social media and talking about something I love already. It's like when you go to Starbucks, you pick up a Starbucks, you take a picture of it and you put it on your social media because you like your coconut, whatever, vanilla, frappe, latte, whatever. You like it. You're not putting it up, not liking it and pretending to sell it because it's not going to make you any money. You're going to make in Starbucks money. But it's the same for you. You cannot promote a product if you don't like it because people will spot a fake from a mile off. And I'm always very honest and true and real to myself when I'm speaking about my business. I don't dull myself down in any way. I try to be professional always, but you have to be true to yourself to attract the people that are also very similar to you. And have you heard the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe?
Yeah.
It's true. You want to attract people like you, especially if you're working in this business, because you've got to work with them every day and you've got to speak to them every day. And it's the same with if she's doing that, if Vicky is doing that, then hopefully her following are very much like her and similar to her already. So if she's promoting something she genuinely loves, good for her. Why not?
Yeah. And would most the people that work for you or with you, would they be from Wales? Have you got anyone from Ireland yet?
Loads from Wales.
Yeah.
So I've got a big team from like where I used to live, my local team, my local girls have got a big team there. But we are slowly branching into Ireland. So we weren't available in Ireland for a little while. Things were kind of changed around. So now that I've come here, I'm trying to like break into the Irish market. But it's going well so far. It's not as busy here as it obviously has been in Wales. But like I said, we've got team all over the world, like all over the UK, literally every corner of the world. There are FM reps or GRLs. There's GRLs everywhere, all over the world, which I'm really proud of.
And do you feel like you're settled in here?
In Ireland, definitely. Yeah. I was coming back and forth so much, so it kind of felt like home anyway. But I've settled in really well, and everybody's been so kind and so you're very similar to Welsh people. I think we're all just really friendly and outgoing, and we love a pint.
You're not that different where if you went to the other side of the world, like, you know?
No, it still feels kind of like you haven't gone too far, but it's been amazing, and everybody's been really, really open and supportive around my business as well, because that's something quite scary for me, even at this point in my career. It's still quite scary for me coming into new circles and new environments with my business because I know the stigma that's attached to it.
That's what I was actually going to mention. Like, when someone asks you what you do, you feel like you probably need to explain it in detail, because as soon as you say it to someone, they're probably going to be like, oh, here's another one of them.
Yeah. And sometimes it does feel a little bit like that, but I think I'm very open and honest about it. And I say, look, I understand why you think that, and I understand why you've got that perspective, but here's how it really is and how it really can be. Not everybody does it correctly, but is that not the same in every industry?
There's anyone who lives anywhere is going to talk bad about it.
Yeah, and any industry in the world, like,
not.
you're going to have some people who don't do the job properly, and they don't do it the way that maybe you would or maybe I would. They don't. I'm not going to say bad egg because that sounds, but there's always somebody that's not quite doing the industry justice. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. There's always going to be something like that.
It's not for them, like.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was something I was a little bit nervous of, but everybody here has been amazing and just listened and accepted it. And so many people have come up to me and been like, right, tell me what you do. Explain, because I don't get it. Which is great. I love that.
That's at any time, like, that's what I was saying to the girls in the salon and on. I was just kind of like, because I'm like, since I've heard it or since I met you, I'm like fascinated about it now. Yeah. Because my whole perception of it was that. until now. Like, I feel like you changed my whole view about it.
And I'm glad that I've done that. And that's what I want to do. Like, I want to make sure that everybody understands that there are sides to it that they don't understand. And if people are willing to listen, then I'll tell everybody all day what's going on. Yeah. We're not a pyramid scheme. We're not.
So what would be the benefits then of joining with you?
With me, so many. Loads. I mean, like I said, it depends what you want from it. I have people joining me, I have girls joining me who say they just want to cover the gas and electric bill. Like, they're sick of the bills. They're sick of not having any extra cash. They just want to bring in a couple extra quid, 100 quid, whatever. That's easy. We do that. But then as you work your way up the compensation plan, it's called, so it's how the business pays you. As you work your way up, you get different benefits. You get paid more the further up you go. Obviously, you can just sell the products. You can come in. If you sell a bottle of this, you'll make 10 euros for every bottle you sell. So that's easy. You can just sell them and it's instant cash as well. So you get it straight away. But you can also build a team. So obviously I've done that, built up a team. We've got over 14,000 girls. That's a quick way of then earning more money. I say quick. It's quicker than just selling the products. And then as you get to the higher levels, we actually like a certain
percentage, is it? Like, so say you have a team under, say, and then someone else has another team.
Yeah, so you'll earn a percentage off each of them depending on where you're at on the compensation plan. It's very hard to describe without showing you, but it's up to 21% basically off their sales as well. But there's different levels to it. But basically, if my team members are earning, I'm earning. I don't earn unless they earn. So that's important to put out there as well. But then when you get to a certain level, you get to like a leadership level where you've got a bit of a team underneath you and you're selling products, you can start getting a free holiday every year. I'm absolutely gutted. My girls and a lot of my friends which are in the business with me have gone to Turkey today on an all-inclusive, honest to God. And they've gone to Turkey today, all-inclusive for 5 days. I dipped out of this one because I've got so much on at the minute. I'm just so busy. But they already look like they're having a ball. It's all inclusive. They go to like a gala dinner. We get dressed up in gowns. We get awards. They put on a themed night for us as superheroes. That would have been a laugh. Just get dressed up.
Yeah.
I went to the Maldives year before last. That was my first trip that I qualified for. All inclusive, all paid for. It was the most stunning.
And you get to bring someone as well, which as well you were saying.
Yeah. Dubai I went to last year. Got a +1 as well. So you get to, I obviously took my boyfriend to Dubai and he loved that. And yeah, you just get treated like kings and queens for a week. And I've just qualified now. I'm actually going to Vegas at the end of the year as well. So that's amazing. It's literally like...
And is that all inclusive as well then, is it?
All inclusive, yeah. We're staying in that Caesar's place, is it? Caesar's hotel.
I've never been to Vegas.
It looks banging. It looks so good. So I'm going to be drinking that by the bucket load before I go. But yeah, we're going to Vegas. And also we get car payments as well. So every month I get my car paid for, which is amazing. Means that I literally have a car now that's been paid for me.
And it's fully paid.
It's now fully paid, yeah. So I'm looking for a new one now.
Where you were on this.
Yeah, because I've been doing it for 3 years. It's once I got the car payment started, obviously got the car, and now it's been paid off over the last few years. But obviously the payment just comes straight from FM, so it's great. And we also just get bonuses for everything. There's so many different bonuses, so many perks, so many little freebies.
I feel like I want to do it now.
Do you want to join my team, babe?
I feel like you've asked you about it.
Where's my phone? Let me get you signed up. Hold on.
Yeah, because I'm like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, as you
I'm
try
like,
that.
To be honest now, I don't even think I have the time. But I'm like, maybe
I know,
when things get settled.
You're busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you get all these extra perks, like even little bonuses here and there, like 100 quid there or there. Like we get cash, but I think the biggest cash bonus I had was like 5 grand.
Oh,
like that was a big one. That was my big.
Is that like a monthly thing or a yearly thing?
That was a one-off, but we do get like a monthly one, which is £500 towards bills. I buy clothes with it, but we get
work clothes.
Yeah, uniform.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get all sorts. There's so many things, but none of it is. There's no pressure and there's no actual targets. You can come in. It's free. You can give it a go. And if you like it, great. If you want to run for the bonuses, you want to go for the cars and the holidays.
Yeah. The amount of work you put in is what you get back.
Yeah, go for it. But if you don't like it, doesn't matter. You literally signed up. It was free. You now get access to the products for 30% cheaper because you've got an account. And that's it. Like there's no, it's literally like, you know, when you go onto a shop website, like and you're buying clothes and they ask you to sign up, put your details in, it's the same. You're literally just putting your details in. Yeah. And once you're in, you can get access to all my training, all my support, everything is there. If you want to run with it, great. If you don't, you're lost. You lost nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's my company. I'm really proud to represent my company because of these things, and because you don't have to. There's no investment. There's no initial out.
You don't lose anything.
You don't lose a thing. Nothing at all. And it's up to you then if you want to give it a go or not. And it's up to you how much work you want to put in. And I'll say this now. I literally love the way the movement at the minute with women looking at going into business. Like for yourself, you know how hard it is. Like it is hard. But I love that there's so many more women now looking at taking that risk and jumping into something and wanting to do something for themselves and having their own little baby, like their little baby business. I love that. And I think there are lots of opportunities out there. There's lots of options. There's loads of things we can do. But I don't know of any other business opportunity that allows you to do it with no investment whatsoever.
Yeah, that's like I have my own lash products
Yeah.
and there's so much that goes into it before you even launch them. And then you're taking the risk of, is it going to sell? Do you know, like where this, you kind of, as you said, say when you first started, you put a bit of money into it, where with yourself now, you don't even, like it's all free.
No.
But like there's none of that. Like
there's nothing.
It doesn't sell like.
And you don't need to hold the stock. You sell it and it comes straight from the warehouse to the customer. You don't need a shop. You don't need to have staff. You don't need to pay bills on that. There's no overheads whatsoever like you would have with a traditional business. So when I say this, I wonder why it's free actually, because we literally give so much. It's a business. It's like a little I call it my pocket empire, because all you need is your phone and your like internet, whatever. It's literally all being handed to you. It's just whether you want to work for it or not, and what you really want from it. So.
Yeah, you could just have it like something like on the side, earning a little bit of cash, or like just going full time with it and making a lot of money from it. Like.
Yeah, I've honestly got women in the team. Like I always remember working with a girl a few years back. She had like 4 or 5 kids and they were all really young. They were like under 10. They were all really little. She was an air hostess and she also had like an extra little job doing something else. I can't remember, it was something crafty. She was making something. And then she signed up and she was like, right, this is how much time I've got a day. And it was like 30 minutes or something. And I was like, okay, that's not much, but let's see what we can do with it. And do you know what? She absolutely flew, because she was just like, I'm going to commit to it. You can tell by the way she was living anyway. Like she had so much going on. She liked the hustle and bustle. She was busy and she was just a superwoman basically. And she came in and she joined the business and she absolutely flew with it. And she's done well since. And I've got people like that. And then I've got students who are in college or university or whatever, and they just want extra like vodka money. They just want extra shop money. I've got people from all walks of life. I've got, you can start from the age of 16, and I've got women who are in their 60s doing it. Like there's something for everybody. You can make the opportunity what you want of it. It's just, we give you the basics and it's up to you what you do with it from there.
And you were saying it's mostly women. Do you have a few men on your team?
That's kind of my fault, GRL Network. I didn't really open it up to men. No, we have men's products. We have men's fragrances. We have skincare specifically designed for men's skin. We have loads of things that men could. But I just think because it is cosmetics.
Yeah, men wouldn't be like, they'd have this idea of it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a bit girly. But then we do have some men coming in because it's a bit girly and they're like, oh, there's loads of women doing this. I'm coming in, It depends how confident they are. But, we do have men in the business. There's not as many as it's predominantly, it is dominated by women. The whole network marketing industry is dominated by women. And it's actually really cool because it's a multi-billion dollar, pound, whatever business. It's huge. It is a massive, massive industry and it is dominated by women. I think there was a figure or a statistic that came out the other week that was like, that was saying the most women millionaires in the world have come from the network marketing industry. How mad is that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right, can I change career paths?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, let me get my phone. Let's get you in. Yeah.
That is mad, isn't it?
Because it's just opened this door for women to just go for it. And we're very good on social media. Women tend to be a little bit more out there with their socials, and especially when it comes to cosmetics and stuff. How easy is it for us to be like, this is the lipstick shade I'm wearing today, or this is the eyeshadow shade, or this is the perfume. We're a little bit more, we do that anyway for free, like a lot of us. Do you know what I mean?
That's how it all started, from someone just deciding to just put it up. And do you know all like your social media marketing, like that's how it all started, and then obviously it works. And
somebody just said, I've got this company and we're going to put it online, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a load of girls to talk about it for me and pay them to do it. boom, network marketing was born. You know, I'm sure that's not actually the way, but
no, I'd say it's that
something
way,
like that. Yeah, and it's just been amazing to see so many women have that little side income, that little honeypot, I call it. I think every woman should have a honeypot that the other half doesn't know about. No, but I just think it's amazing to see so many women in business, and especially I'm proud. Like I said, I'm really proud to be able to offer that opportunity to people for nothing.
Yeah. So what would be your next step or your next goal?
This is scary because I've got lots of goals. I've got lots of things I want to do. I'm still working up the compensation plan at the minute. So there's kind of levels to it, and I've reached a high point on it, but there is more. But the next steps are big ones. So I'm still working on building my business. You know, when I say that the potential for this is huge.
Never ending.
Yeah. I mean, we've got people on footballers' wages, more than footballers' wages a month in this business. And yeah, literally self-made millionaires earning millions a year in this company. In this industry.
How long would they be like in business doing what you do?
Yeah, so for example, I'm not going to obviously say any names, but there's a duo, like an upline couple that are above me. I think they're 2 or 3 levels above me, 2 or 3 people, above me. And they have been doing it, I believe, from nearly the start. So the business the business was 14 years old when I joined it. So what's that? 3 years ago? I think it's 17 years old now, coming on to 18 years old. Yeah. So I joined after 14 years. So that's a myth for a start that you have to be in at the beginning to earn. I joined after 14 years. But I believe they joined. You're like 3 down. And I'm like 3 or 4 away from the top now, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the people above me who are earning the massive money, they joined a few years before me. But that's, you know, there's a friend of mine who joined only a year before me, and she's nearly at the very top.
No way.
So it doesn't matter.
A year before you.
Yeah, a year before, and she's nearly at the top. Yeah, she's just paid £1.5 million outright for a house.
Oh, well, that's stunning.
And it is stunning. And listen, it's not just all about the money. Like, I speak about these things.
Yeah, but the money gives you the financial freedom and lets you do so many different things. It's not just about the money, but
money gives you options, doesn't it?
Yeah, and exactly, and time.
And time. It was, for me, the goal was time. I just wanted my time back. I didn't want to walk into those offices anymore, you know, in the rain in Wales.
Yeah, and if it always rains, you're working to make the income. You're not working.
Yeah.
Well, you could obviously.
It's trading time for money.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only so many hours in a day. There's only so many hours I can go into that office and earn my income. You are limited if you are trading time for money. And that's another thing I haven't actually mentioned. The network marketing, sort of the way it's set up, you know, I go to sleep and I'm earning money in my sleep because I've got a team in Australia that are working. If I stop working, it's fine because I have a team of 14,000 people
so
who are still working.
Team, your own team now of 14,000?
14,000 people in my team, yeah.
Oh my God,
so
that's unreal.
I can, not that I do this because I like to continue working, but I can stop and the income keeps rolling in. It's a passive income. It's like, have you ever heard of Beach Money? Have you read the book Beach Money? That's a good read for anybody who is interested in the idea of passive income, like doing work once and then getting paid multiple times for it.
Books and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think there is actually an ebook on. Sorry, it is like an ebook. You were
saying you were thinking of writing one as well.
Yeah, that is something I'd like to do actually, is go into creating ebooks for the network marketing space.
Yeah, and you'd be able to like kind of write out like exactly how you do it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Or even just loads of people for women in business. Yeah. But that's one of the things that I love about it is you do the work once and the income keeps coming in.
That's what everyone wants, don't they?
Is that the dream? Yeah. Like, and that's what it's called, Beach Money, because you can be sat on the beach, chilling, earning money. So that's a good book.
I'm like, I'm like interested in this book.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it. It'll come to me. But yeah, Beach Money, it's a good book. It's a bit of an older book, but it just talks about that passive income and different ways of doing it. There was like a little story once. Let me see if I can get this out properly. There was a story like a made up kind of thing of 2 people that were in like college and they were doing business and they were sent off with £1,000 each to create a business, and the most successful person that came back with the most successful business won the project or whatever. And one of them went off and like opened a tuck shop, took their £1,000 and opened a tuck shop, put £1,000 in. Every day went and stood behind this tuck shop like thing and sold the sweets and sold the crisps or whatever. But they were only able to earn a certain amount of money every day because they only had so many hours in the day where they were able to stand behind that tuck shop and serve people and get the money and whatever. And then one other person had their £1,000 and went off and bought vending machines and put their money into a vending machine. And what they were able to do is walk away from it, and the money just kept coming in. It didn't matter what time of day it was. It didn't matter what they were doing. They were able to
They're still making money.
Make money, yeah.
That's like all the retail shops now. You go into a lot of them and they don't even have anyone behind the counter anymore.
No, I went into a shop the other day with my boyfriend to buy loads of stuff to go away. Like, you know what it's like when you take your boyfriend shopping? It's stressful, right?
They're not interested. Walk behind you on the phone.
Yeah, and you try and turn around to look at something behind you and they just stood there like, because we kept bumping into each other, all that, right? So we then went to the checkout. I had like loads of stuff on my arms. Got to the checkout and I was like, there's nobody here. Like, what are we doing? And then I noticed there's like these bins and you put your...
oh my God, what is the shop called?
Is it... oh God, I can't think of the name. Bershka?
Yeah,
Bershka.
Yeah.
Put all my stuff in the basket, in the bin thing. It all came up on the screen, which I thought was quite cool. But then you got to undo the...
are you talking about pulling bear maybe? Bershka the same?
Bershka, I think they're the same, like under the same umbrella, company, whatever.
System or, yeah.
Then you had to take the security tags off. Oh my.
Yeah, that's all. When I went into, I haven't went to the Bershka one, but when I went into Pull & Bear and I had to do that, I was like, this is actually turning me off going in there.
It's stressing me out. Yeah,
I've never done it before. It's after a couple of years,
just
every shop
yourself,
is going to go like that.
Yeah. But that's scary because like you
people are going to be losing jobs.
Yeah, but again, it's
everything AI.
Yeah,
computers,
everything is AI. Everything's going that way. But yeah, that was stressful trying to get all those tags off. But yeah.
How did we even get into this?
I know, I don't know. Why are we talking about Bershka? Why are we talking about security tags?
But in anyways, so if anyone is looking to join the GRL Network, how can they contact you or where can they find you?
Yeah, best place is Instagram. So I don't know if we can like link my Instagram or whatever, but it's Hannah_GRL. You can just find me on there and pop me a message. Just come and have a chat with me. There's nothing really serious or scary about it. It's not like if you message me, I'm going to be hounding you and be like, oh my God, you got to join my team. Like, it's not like that. A lot
of people do that.
I don't like it when people do that. Come and speak to me. We'll have a chat. I've got videos you can watch just to give you like more information on like the compensation plan and all that stuff that I can't really talk. I have to show it to you. And it's just a chat. And like, if you want to give it a go and sign up, again, you can come in, you can look at it, see how you feel about it. And if it's not for you, it's no big deal, no hard feelings. But so many people come in, give it a go and just love the concept, love the flexibility and love that everything's there for you. I've also got, just to mention really quickly, I've got a 10-day academy set up, which is basically your first 10-day blueprint there ready for you. It's basically copy and paste. You literally need less than an hour a day for your first 10 days to get yourself set up. And the motto of it is like learn and earn. So I'm teaching you little things every day in small increments. Did you
set all this up yourself?
Yeah.
Obviously, as when you started, you were kind of probably thinking of ways like, how do I make
absolutely.
it easier for people who was...
Yeah, somebody else had it set up for me. And if there was things I liked and didn't like about it, so then I went away and set it up myself,
Yeah.
But that 10 days.
So it was the other side of the work that you had to put into it.
Yeah, and it was a lot more that went into that. But I've set it up so that it's foolproof. Anybody can come in with any kind of social media background, with no kind of experience in this at all, no following. I had 500 Facebook friends when I started this, like
Facebook friends,
like 500 Facebook friends when I started this, and I just grew it from there, And it's not it's not being an influencer. It's different to that. It's just about loving a product, talking about it, and selling it to the people who are interested in taking a look.
Perfect. Unreal. Thanks for coming on, Hannah. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be texting you now later on, being like,
let's get you signed up. And like, welcome my new team member, Demi. Thank you for having me. This has been lush.
Thanks so much for listening to the Unlock Potential podcast. I hope you enjoy. If you are looking to reach out, you can get in contact with us at Unlock Potential Podcast on Instagram or on our website at demisnailsandbeauty.ie. See you soon.